Hi, Miss Annie. How are ya? Long time no see. Ha, you're muted.
I said it's been so long since I've seen you.
I know. A few minutes. I just got back.
Oh my gosh.
So
Dang, you drove like a crazy woman.
I did. I needed to be back in Carlsbad. I've got some stuff to do that
Yeah,
needs to be done.
understandable.
We're just going to give it a few minutes to have people pop on.
Okay.
Annie has the cutest Realty One Group outfit on today, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see. How cute.
It's so cute the way
And,
she's wearing
and
it.
don't forget my cute shoes.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
wow. I dig those shoes. Those
We
are
need to
cool.
do a
So
Realty
cute.
One fashion show sometime.
Totally cute. Yeah.
Yes, they used to do that at the summit. They didn't do it this last couple of summits.
Oh, so fun.
Okay, I'm so
I
excited.
want the
It's
I want the
um,
ROG football
real
jersey.
estate resilience,
Oh,
wellness,
I
dressing.
think you can go online and get you can go onto the site and get it.
Can you?
I
Okay, I should
think
look.
so. I think that's in there.
The store.
Yeah,
I
the
should do the
store.
OG
I
one.
was in there the other day just kind of checking things out after being on a call with Dia teaching me to get all of the apps, and that's where I found it. I was just looking in there and they had a bunch of different stuff in the store.
Nice.
Hello, Raja.
Hello, good afternoon.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
Doing good.
Do you see the little angel over my shoulder? You can't. She's blurred.
I could
I
see
see her
her. I
blurred.
could see her a blurred outline.
I know it's a little angel over my shoulder. Let's see if I can
Aw.
Oh,
unblur
I
you.
see
Ah, there she is.
It's
Hey,
Hi,
Brittany.
Brittany.
Oh, I was just going to ask who that is. Hi, Brittany.
Brittany, the little angel hanging over my shoulder.
Do
How
I
have you
have
been?
do I have
Maybe
any
the
angels
devil.
over mine?
No.
Wall.
Ah, it's great. Okay, what am I doing?
Is this a popular one? Have been a lot of people interested in this one?
I don't know. Did anybody look to see how many RSVP'd? I did not.
We had
But
quite a bit of RSVPs, but I think a lot of people had kickoff meetings today.
uh
Just, just
We did too. We had a meeting in our office, but I thought I signed up for it, and then when it came back up, I was looking for the Zoom link, and I thought I had already registered for it because I put it on my calendar, which if it goes on my calendar, I've already registered, but it didn't send me a link. So I don't know if there's a little glitch in between that or if I did something wrong.
Well, actually,
mm,
Annie, that you mentioned that, what was interesting is that I registered for it. It sent me the link. And then when I tried to come on via that link, it told me I hadn't registered and I need to register again. I was like, okay.
Oh,
So,
so
yeah, maybe Zoom's
there may
having
be a
a
little,
something.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Because I was going to
Yeah.
say this to me was would be great. Like I'm for anybody.
Yeah, you know what,
Yeah.
Annie? This has actually been one of the most requested meetings that we do just to help people so much. And
Sure.
so Natasha and Faith kind of took the reins on this and jumped on it, which is a great idea. I
Under,
wish more people would take the time to do it because we all need this.
oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
I think if I see EOG come across, I'm looking at everything anyway because I'm like, what is it? What are they teaching me now?
Thank you. We like that. That means I've
So,
converted you.
oh yeah. Well, I was already one of your clients,
Converts.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, the stuff that you guys offer is over the top, and it's so helpful.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's
oh,
been great. I was telling Dia today while we're waiting for people, I'll tell you this real quick story. I was telling Dia today, I switched over after I can't even tell you how many years. My CRM was with a company that I've been with for over a decade easily. And I just switched over to OneSuite and it's been amazing, like so user friendly. I'm like, I just want to learn more and more and more and more. So it's been
Good.
really cool. And my brother's a realtor up in Washington State, up at Tacoma, up for Realty One Group.
Oh,
And I
nice.
he's gonna jump on one of these calls. He couldn't today. He works a lot of with one specific like a conservator. And
Oh.
so he had a meeting with them, but I said, well, sign up for it. You'll get the recording.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
it's really
get
good.
started then. On that note, who wants to start? Tom
Sure.
or Natasha?
I
Our
always
fearless
love
leader.
starting.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
go
our
ahead,
leader.
Tom.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tom Blank. I'm the VP of Sales for Escrow Options. Super excited to be here today. We just want to remind you that Escrow Options is always here to make your life much easier. Whether you're looking for a great escrow team or someone to help you guys with marketing or someone to kind of help you be accountable, we are here for you guys. So if there's anything you need when it comes to escrow, we are your one-stop shop. Keep us in mind. And I do want to briefly introduce today, we have Megan, one of our amazing escrow officers from our Mission Viejo office. Megan, do you want to say hi?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Megan Prevey with Escrow Options in Mission Viejo. I'm a branch manager and escrow officer, and I have been with the company for 15 years, and I have been in the business for 25. And I just wanted to come by and say hello and let you guys know if you need anything, feel free to reach out. Always available to help.
Awesome. Amy, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. How are you? Glad you're here with us today. Our Zooms are great, our EOG universities. So glad you can be here to listen in and learn, because all these little tips that we give you, it's either a refresher or something that's going to help you personally and or professionally. So I work South Orange County, and I love what I do. I love helping and supporting our realtor partners. So reach out to me anytime as well.
Very good. And Dia, let's go ahead and move over to Dia. What are you doing today, Dia?
Well, a few of my folks on here I've already seen today because we had a meeting in Temecula, and then some of you are in Carlsbad. So good to see everybody. I'm Dia Henricks. I'm the sales rep for San Diego County and for Temecula Valley. And at everything Amy said, everything Tom said, we are here to support you, help hold you accountable if you need that. Find creative ways to help you with your business. Sometimes it's even just coming up with what does that look like, and brainstorming. I do that with agents as well, and figuring out what that's going to look like for them. So reach out to me if you need anything. If you're in that area, I'm here to support you.
All right. And Natasha, let's kick off the meeting.
Yeah, let's do this. All right. Hi, I am Natasha Gaines, for those of you who don't know me, and I am also a sales executive for Orange County, the Orange County area, for Escrow Options Group. And in addition to that, I also happen to be a certified stress management coach and an instructor. So this subject matter is a bit of my wheelhouse, and I'm teaming up today with Faith Hamer. If you want to go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Faith Hamer. I'm Director of Operations at Escrow Options Group. And I have what I feel like me and Natasha have taught classes before on wellness and stress. I'm actually a yoga teacher too. I've been teaching yoga for about 10 years, and I've been practicing yoga for about 20 years. So I do teach a lot of breath work, meditation, and really getting your mindset, in the right place for, and it just spills over into all areas of business and life and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to focus on all of that today. And so we'll get started on our real estate resilience, wellness, and stress management for high performers. And wouldn't you all agree that stress can affect your body, your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors? I think we all can notice that.
Sure.
I mean,
Yes.
Tony Robbins, one of the biggest gurus, right, business teachers, one of his first classes is getting your mindset right. That's pretty much his whole background is mindset. And wouldn't you also agree that it affects your career and your personal life?
Absolutely.
Will anyone be brave enough to share how stress is caused in our industry, especially in the real estate industry? Is anybody willing to raise their hand and be vulnerable enough to share?
It's caused from everybody else.
It's outside.
It's
Outside
caused
of
from my
us.
lack of control.
Right? So this is why, I mean, we can't really control other people, right? So this is why learning how to manage it will help you handle it in a sense. So yeah, so that's why we're going over this today. And here are some of the reasons, right? Here are some of the stress stats and reasons that learning to manage your stress is important. So you all can see these stats here. Workplace stress has been reported to cause 120K deaths in the US every year. Is that real?
Crazy.
Yep,
That's
it sure is real.
insane. I mean, talk about going postal. I mean, that's a whole thing. 83% of US workers experience work-related stress. 54% of workers report that work stress affects their home life. Oh man,
Mhm.
that hits hard. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, in commission-based industries like real estate, stress doesn't just clock out, right? It follows you home.
Right.
I think that's probably the biggest for in our industry. I think that's probably the biggest.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then the World Health Organization estimates that workplace stress costs the global economy 1 trillion annually in lost productivity. That blows my mind.
That's insane. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
And now let's really get into good versus bad stress. So, not all stress is bad, although when we say that word, I think we do, immediately think of bad stress. But some of the good stress is buying a home, right? This is why, your jobs were created. Buying a home, it's an exciting time. Getting a promotion at work or through school or whatever that is. Continuing education, skills or improvement in your jobs. Physical activity, right? That stress on the body helps you grow muscles and, get physically fit. Having a baby, what a mind-blowing, good stress that can be, for lots of families. Adding a baby, right? Adding family. But the bad stress is, relationship issues, financial issues, grief and loss. That's a huge one. And, health problems. I think that's, in America, something that really affects all of us. But bad stress can be short term or long term. Acute stress doesn't take a heavy toll on your body if you can find ways to relax quickly. However, chronic stress, when you repeatedly face stressors, can cause negative health effects. So, yeah, the next thing we're going to talk about is effects of stress on your body.
Right, because the problem isn't the stress itself, it's, staying in survival mode for too long, right?
Right. Stress that's not dealt with can lead to many health problems such as high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, obesity, cancer, and diabetes. And it's not early stress when you're in your 20s, right? It's not that bad right away, but over such a long term, going into your 50s and your 60s, like those long-term years and years of stress is what causes a lot of these health problems.
Yeah, because your cortisol levels stay elevated for many years, right? So then that's a problem if you're not doing something to relieve that stress in the moment.
Right. Let's talk about how stress hijacks performance. So this is really where it gets into our jobs, right? Like job performance. It also affects how we show up for our clients, our loved ones, and ourselves. Who can admit to, stress hindering your memory or reduce, I mean, all of us, I feel like can relate to that, can relate to all of these, reduce stress and concentration, lead to poor decision making, decreases creativity and the ability to solve problems. How many of you deal with problems throughout from the time you take your listing to the time you close escrow? Are there ever any problems within that process?
I tell
Never.
everybody I'm a professional problem solver.
Right?
I do for a living.
and sometimes that, right, can cause stress. And it affects our behavior. It affects how we act throughout the transaction. It can lead to burnout and detachment. I mean, that's a real problem in real estate is burnout. I know a lot of agents who maybe they've had a big year and they were very successful, but then the next year they just could not keep up with that type of pace because they didn't have anything in place for stress management, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Because that's when, things like following up gets avoided, right? We're burnt out. We're not following up. Our confidence drops. And then just marketing ourselves, or our business just feels heavy. It's like, who wants to do it? I'm tired.
Right, right. Okay, then let's get into what's stressing us out. Amongst all the things that are listed on this slide, as we all know, real estate isn't your typical 9 to 5 job. Is there anything additional to this slide? Can anybody volunteer what's stressing you out? Let's just, if anybody's vulnerable enough to
Long
talk.
hours.
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
Go ahead, Annie. I said long hours, right?
Oh yeah, long hours. Well, I was just going to say family. I'm fortunate. Like it's just me and my hubby now. I'm an empty nester, but I've got kids and grandkids, and so like my family can be stressful. Not their needs, or if they need extra attention or whatever, it can be stressful, especially trying to balance that with work. I
right.
want to be there. I want to be there to babysit grandbabies, but then if I am, trying to balance that with work, it gets difficult sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that. One of the things for me is the constant need to be on can take a toll. Now, I'm naturally an extrovert and I get a lot of energy and from socializing and I enjoy meeting people, but it still causes stress. Like I'll come home after, a long event and be like, oh.
Right. I'm like that too, Natasha.
Yeah.
But here's the good news. With right strategies and tools, you can manage stress effectively and set yourself up for long-term success. So, all of these things are coming at us, right? It's the beginning of the year. We have all these to-dos. We have all these goals in mind, and that all sets us up for, okay, we need some strategies on how to deal with that.
Yeah, exactly. If you felt overwhelmed, it's not some sort of personal failure. It happens to all of us. It's an industry reality, really. Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to let you take it from here, Natasha. Take the next portion.
All right, Missy. So let's talk a little bit about how wellness can drive our success, right? How changing our mindset can lead to our marketing. When we manage our stress, we improve our mindset, and that just, quite frankly, affects our sales. Sales success is largely internal before it's external, right? So research by sales psychologists show that up to 80% of sales success is psychological. Our beliefs determine our behaviors, which then determine our results. Clients subconsciously read our tone. They read our energy and confidence before they ever read our words. People aren't buying your script, they're buying your state of mind. So when energy is low and your stress is high, you're more likely to get stuck into a type of mindset that doesn't serve you or your sales goals at all. When stress runs our nervous system, consistency disappears, right? You hesitate to post, you delay follow-ups, you overthink your messaging. And by contrast, a regulated nervous system creates clarity and confidence and more momentum. When we don't manage our stress, our brains start to question our abilities. We start talking to ourselves in a very different manner than we should be, really, and that we normally do. And that manner doesn't normally attract clients. Thoughts like these that you're seeing up on the screen here, all of this, they may feel logical in the moment, but they're actually just fear responses. Fear of rejection, fear of visibility, perfection paralysis, right? We want everything to be perfect instead of just making progress. Scarcity thinking, that's all mindset. And we need to reframe that because mindset work isn't about positive thinking. It's not. It's simply managing our nervous system, navigating, right? So a fear-based mindset will lead to inconsistent messaging and low energy content, right? But if we reframe and a confidence, and turn it into a confidence-based mindset, then that turns into clarity, authority, right? We sound like we know what we're talking about. And also that turns into attraction, because your internal state becomes your external state, right? Your nervous system is part of your marketing strategy. So what we want to do is work on that. So what we want to do today is give you 5 easy ways to calm your stress in just under 5 minutes. There's countless ways to relieve stress, but these are some quick ones that I want to focus on, because in the heat of the moment, it's handy to have tools that are more immediate and accessible, right? So I'm going to walk you through an example of each one of these tools, but they're all evidence-based, realistic. There's no lifestyle overhaul that is required for you to do any of them. Breathing techniques, muscle relaxation, sensory grounding, meditation, short physical movement. All of these, what they do is they activate your parasympathetic nervous system within just a couple minutes. So you don't have to do them for very long. So is anybody familiar with any of these at all?
I've done many, many of those.
I know you are.
I have done many and regularly do the deep breathing and the short bursts of physical activity. I have a trampoline right here.
Yay!
My desk,
Perfect.
and I
Love
get
that.
where I need to get up and do something. I jump, I'll go over there and jump for a little while and then come.
Perfect. Well done, you. I love it. I love it. Good. And have you seen results from doing that?
Oh gosh, yeah. I'm naturally a spaz, as you can probably imagine, for like 3 seconds on the video. It's the only way I can kind of keep things going. I am sure that I'm ADHD. I've never been diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure. And so it helps me kind of keep things level and get things accomplished. So yes, it does relieve a lot of stress.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, great. All right. Well, let's start with this first one, which is deep breathing. I'm going to show you 2 different exercises. They're both super simple. The first one is called box breathing exercise, and we'll go over it. But first, when we're faced with stressful situations, the stress response causes us to take shorter and more shallow breaths, right? Which then cranks up our heart rates, which just makes us more stressed. So fortunately, breathing exercises are pretty easy and they're effective, and they can bring your heart rate down really quickly, like really quickly. Breathing deeply halts the stress response, and it lessens the impact of that stress response becoming chronic stress. We're going to practice this one here. So box breathing is used by first responders and elite performers, including the Navy SEALs, which is kind of cool. It's been shown to lower cortisol and heart rates within just a minute or 2. So all you do, let's practice it together. You inhale for a count of 4. Hold at the top for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. And hold at the bottom for a count of 4. So it's a box, right? It's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you just keep doing that for, even 30 seconds to a minute, you'll instantly start bringing your heart rate down. In fact, you can track that and monitor that if you have like a watch or a Fitbit, it'll show your heart rate just plummeting.
How I go to sleep every night.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And there's tons of these different types of breathing.
I like this one. I have boxes that just always been really easy for me. And then I counsel women a lot of times through my church. And that's what I always encourage them to do, the box breathing to kind of reduce stress.
I love that. Yeah. Because you can also kind of see it in your brain, right? It's just like, I swear.
Yeah, exactly. And how hard is it to count?
Right. Yeah. And because there's other ones, there's like, you can, inhale for 5 and hold for 6 and exhale for 7. But sometimes if those numbers get too high, I've found like when I'm teaching classes, people kind of get stressed out. 7, you want me to hold it for 7 seconds?
Yeah, they almost stress you out more when you add more time on it. The 4 is
exactly. It's like, I don't want to do that. So this is easy. Anybody can do it for 4, right? And if 4 seems like it's not manageable, then try it for 3, right? So that is the first one. This second one here is also pretty easy. It's just a simple breathing exercise. It's a video. I'm going to play it for you. And all you have to do is follow the sun with your breath. So you're going to see exhale as the sun is rising, and then you're going to see hold, and then you're going to see inhale. So inhale, hold, exhale. That's it. Super simple, right? And you can do that one many times. You keep watching that if you want. Just inhale, hold it, exhale. Inhale, hold it, exhale. I guarantee if you do that for 30 seconds to a minute, you're already going to start feeling better. If you do it for a couple minutes, you'll get your Zen on really quick. So that's one, deep breathing. The second one we want to talk about is PMR, which is progressive muscle relaxation. So it is clinically proven to reduce anxiety and physical tension. Often we store stress in our body, right? So it's a process of tightening and relaxing your muscle groups one at a time. The goal is to release the tension from your muscles while helping you recognize what that tension actually feels like. And it was, discovered or created, if you will, by an American physician back in the 1920s, and was based on the theory that physical relaxation can promote mental relaxation. So the physician found that you can relax a muscle by tensing it and then releasing it. And then he also discovered that when we do that, it relates to our brain and relaxes our mind. So it provides a framework for achieving this state of relaxation. It requires you to work on one muscle group at a time, which allows you to notice the tension in that specific area. So it's also essential to tense each muscle before relaxing. This action signals safety to the brain and is often used in cognitive behavioral therapy. So let's practice this one really quick. We're all kind of sitting down. So starting with your toes, just tense them up as you can. I know some of you are wearing shoes, so it might be a little harder, but tense up your toes for just a couple of seconds and then release them. Now tense up your foot as a whole. Release that. Tense up your calf muscles. Release that. Tense up your leg as a whole. Release that. Tense up your torso. Release that. Let's start with our fists. Clench your fists. Release that. Now your arms as a whole. Release that. And now your shoulders. Release that. Roll your neck a little bit. How does that feel? How does your body feel?
Relaxed.
So
I
good.
actually just feel a little sleepy.
I do too.
Are we done yet? I need my nap.
That is a great one I find to do if you're all jazzed up but you need to go to sleep. That's a really good one. Yeah. And that one, what's nice, you can do that absolutely anywhere, right? You can do these deep breathing exercises anywhere as well. Most of these you can kind of do anywhere at any time. The next one is perfect before a call, negotiation, or before giving a presentation. Because when we engage our senses, it's a powerful way to relieve stress because it grounds you in the present moment, right? So you're not too worried about what's coming next, right? And so it helps shift your focus. So the easiest way to do this is the first thing you do is what can you see? So right now, look around your space, wherever you are, your environment, and what do you see? I see a set of 3 windows there. I see all of you in front of me, right? I see the presentation in front of me. So what about what can I hear? Well, obviously you're hearing my voice, but outside of that, what else can you hear? I'm going to get quiet.
Office sounds,
Mhm.
talking, people talking.
The buzzing
Birds.
of electrical equipment.
Yeah, exactly. I just heard plane
Mhm.
go over my condo. All right. What about what can you smell?
My tea.
My lavender lotion I put on. Your tea. What about what can you taste?
My tea.
Mhm.
Wheat thins.
Oh,
Dia's Wheat Thins.
Love it.
Toothpaste. I brush teeth. What about what can you feel? Your fingertips,
Mhm.
your hair, and all of that works to keep you grounded, get you in the present state of mind. So, like I said, it's particularly good if you are about to go into something that you're worried about or anxious about, right? About to give a presentation, about to make a call, follow up with somebody who's been ignoring you. All those things can help get you present, right? And focused. So the next one is what Annie's great at. And short bursts of physical activity. Movement is medicine. Not only do short bursts of physical activity help distract your mind during stress by keeping you present and mindful, they're also, of course, very healthy for our body. Even 2 to 5 minutes, it has been shown, reduces our stress hormones and improves our mood because it releases dopamine and serotonin, right? Exercise acts as a natural countermeasure to stress response. It releases endorphins, right? Which are the body's natural feel-good chemicals. It also releases, or reduces rather, not releases, does the opposite of that. It reduces our cortisol levels and enhances our brain function. So you don't have to do a lot of it for it to work. Between phone calls and appointments is enough to help. If you can get outside and get some vitamin D while you're at it, take a quick walk around the block. But even if you can't, do some stretching, jumping jacks, yoga, right? A couple of stretches, some chair exercises if you want, squats, push-ups, I mean, whatever. You can even dance, whatever you can do to move your body. And get on your trampoline like Annie does. So that's another great one. And then the final one, which is my go-to, is guided meditation. The practice of meditation has been around for thousands of years, and it's clinically proven to help quiet the mind and, again, lower cortisol levels and encourage our body's relaxation response. But a lot of people hesitate to meditate because they have some sort of idea in their head that they have to be the Dalai Lama floating above a mountaintop. And you don't have to do that. There are plenty of guides out there that will do it for you. And all you have to do is get comfortable and close your eyes and listen, right? All of these apps are completely free. Insight Timer, Calm, Headspace, Smiling Mind, UCL, Mindful. I happen to be an instructor on Insight Timer. So if you go on there and look me up, there's tons of meditations that you can do on there. None of them have to be done very long to be effective. Regular use of guided meditation, though, it's been shown can reduce stress levels by 30 to 40%. That's huge. These have all been backed by clinical research and they're all used globally, right? So I thought what I would do is lead you through just a little mini guided meditation. I wanted to focus on one of my favorite ones, little feel good session here for you. So if everybody just wants to close their eyes, relax, and all you have to do is listen to my voice. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs completely, and exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension. And begin by bringing awareness to your heart. Imagine a warm, glowing light there, radiating love and kindness. And with each breath, feel this light growing brighter and warmer. And now silently repeat these phrases to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease. And allow these words to sink in, filling you with a sense of warmth and compassion. Next, bring to mind someone you care about deeply. Visualize them surrounded by this warm, glowing light that also engulfs you. And now silently repeat the same phrases for them. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you live with ease. Now, extend this loving kindness to someone you have difficulties with, either now or in the past. And visualize them surrounded by that same warm light. And again, repeat, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. And take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently open your eyes. Carry this sense of loving kindness and compassion with you throughout the day. How does everyone feel?
Relaxed.
Shift in my
Yeah.
mindset.
Good. Good.
That's great.
Nice.
Good. So up here on the screen, these are quotes from real agents that I've worked with who showed real results when they started incorporating these practices into their lives. I started practicing deep breathing, and in 2 weeks, I had 3 new leads. Once I got out of my own head and let go of my need for perfection, my Instagram reach doubled, right? I started meditating every morning before work, and I finally enjoy following up with prospects. These easy practices aren't, some sort of miracle cure. They're just regulation. Lower stress equals clear messaging. That's all there is to it. Consistency increases our visibility, and confidence improves our follow through. Wellness just creates capacity. Self-regulation precedes productivity, right? So you need to serve yourself first before you sell, because our wellness isn't separate from our business. It fuels it. So sustainability, success just starts internally. Thank you for both your time and your energy. And if one tool out of the 5 struck with you, then start there. Start small. Just small daily shifts create massive long-term results. And if you want to work with us on this, then please reach out to us. This is me, and this is Faith.
Thank you, guys. That was wonderful.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions or comments?
There's nothing in the chat, but
No?
I think
But
people
peace.
could just,
Everybody's too relaxed. They don't
yeah.
have therapy to type.
We should have done this
I have a little
we should have done
question
this at
for you,
8 o'clock
ladies.
at night. No.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, you had a question, you said?
Yeah.
No.
So
Oh, yeah.
if you are in kind of that state of burnout,
Yeah.
obviously all of these things can help you kind of eke your way back out of that. But
Mhm.
any other, like, I don't know, any other experience that you've had working with people, or tips on kind of, yeah, refocusing and trying to get out of that mindset? I'm struggling right now with the bare basics, where every day I'm just like, okay, I make my little list so that I can be like, do these things, because I
Yeah.
am wanting to internally, I'm wanting to avoid it all.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not used to being in that space. That's not a normal space for me. So it's very new to me. And I'm like, what the heck? And it's very frustrating and it's
Yeah.
a little worrisome. And it's like,
Yeah.
and I meditate every day, I journal every day, I do all the
Mhm.
wellness and wholeness things because I have to. I have a nervous system that really needs that extra TLC.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, so just curious if you had any other like insights or anybody you've worked with that has kind of gone through that.
I do have an idea, actually. It's another tool altogether. And because my first thought is when we're in a state of burnout, we get frustrated with ourselves, right? Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a state that you're used to being in. So that produces more stress, right? Now we have all this expectation of ourselves that we should be able to snap
Yeah.
out at it and doing all the things and that, right? And
Yeah.
in those moments, we need to learn to give ourselves grace. And sometimes the easiest way to, I mean, it's really easy to say, give yourself grace, right? But it's just like, well, yeah, but how do I do that? There's another tool called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. It's tapping, EFT tapping. And it is, we have these tapping points. It was invented actually back after the Vietnam War, when vets were coming back from the war and they had a lot of post-traumatic stress, syndrome. And they were talking to therapists, and the therapists were finding that if they were tapping on themselves while speaking out loud what they were going through and what they were feeling, they were able to release it quicker. So it marries the concept of the Eastern concept that we have these meridian points throughout our body that stores energy. And when the energy gets stuck in there, and they need to be tapped on in order to release it. It's very similar to acupressure. If you've heard of acupressure, acupuncture, right? It's similar to that. So what you do is you start out thinking about, on a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed out you are, or how little grace you're giving yourself, or how you feel, whatever it is. Say you're burnt out, for your example. And on a scale of 1 to 10, you're so burnt out, you're at an 8, right? And the idea is that we're going to start way up here, and then we're going to get ourselves down here. So you start out on this point right here, which is your karate chop point, it's called. And you just say, even though I am feeling so burnt out and stressed out right now, I completely love and accept myself. And then you keep repeating that as you go through the meridian points. So the meridian points, the top of the head, even though I'm feeling so burnt out right now, I love and accept myself. Then above your eyebrow, even though I am feeling completely burnt out and stressed out and I don't know how to get myself out of this headspace, I completely love and accept myself. On the side of the eye, even though I am feeling so stressed right now, I still love and accept myself. Then the next one is underneath your eye. I am feeling so burnt out right now. Like underneath your nose, so stressed. I don't even know what to do. Underneath your mouth, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get to a list of the 3 things that I wrote down today. On your collarbone, I mean, it is a lot right now. Underneath your arm, right where your bra line would be for women. Even though I'm feeling this way, though, I still love and accept myself. So now you're going to repeat that on every single one of those points a couple times, right? You're going to get that out. You're going to release what you're feeling. And you're saying all of this out loud while you're doing it. Then, though, you're going to start and you're going to be like, okay, even though I'm completely burnt out, I accept it. And maybe there's a way I can change this. I don't think that this has to last forever. And then you start talking yourself out of it, right? And you're going to keep doing that while talking through the points until you've gotten to some sort of manageable scale between that 1 and 10, right? You might not be able to get to a 1 right away, but you will be able to bring yourself down. And with regular practice, that can help. And you can tap on absolutely anything. So you can tap on your stress, but you can tap on anything. So that is one thing I would suggest, because it is, you're speaking out loud, both your fears, but also you're giving yourself grace while doing so, while also releasing all of that energy that's stuck in there.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Faith, how about you? Do you have any ideas?
I was just going to say how I was just going to acknowledge you, Tracy, for being able to know yourself enough to know that that's where you're at right now. There's a lot of people, right, in the industry, in our world, they just keep going. They feel burnt out, but they're not quite sure what it really is. So for you have such a knowing of yourself that you tapped into that. And so it's like, for me, it's one of those things where acknowledging it is like creating the clearing for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I acknowledge you for knowing that about yourself, for one, and being willing to put yourself out there and ask, like, gosh, is there something else I could do? Because I have a lot of all these other practices and I do that for myself, but maybe there's another layer, another level.
Appreciate your transparency, your vulnerability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, it's not easy to be that vulnerable, but I was just like, you know what?
Yeah,
I think you're not alone, but the fact that you're willing to be vulnerable enough to share, I think helps a lot of us.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. And I think I know that I've been in our industry long enough to have seen other agents go through this,
Sure.
and I also am in kind of that wellness and holistic mindset where it's like, I know that exists. We're all human. We all go through it at some point in time. And, I think I've been used to it maybe going through shorter periods of time of it, where you have a couple days or maybe even have a week or two, but then you're kind of back in the game and you're good again. And it's just, yeah, it's a little bit longer than I'm used to dealing with right now. And I know it will ease. And I know, like, I also know not to sink into it either. Like I just like small, just stay consistent with what I can right now, ease back into, where and in the past, I might have just like powered through as well. That might have been my coping mechanism, is to just keep on powering through. And for some reason, I don't have that capability right now. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of other things too, a lot of other tools, a lot of other tips. I'm happy to have a further conversation with you about it if you would like. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there
And I love that we have such an awesome team of people at ROG and at Escrow Options that it's like, yeah, you can say that stuff because we're kind of all here to support each other. It's not this, weird, I have to put up a face kind of a environment. And we face that a lot in our industry. I mean, a lot of times we do have to put on the face,
being on, right? Like she was saying.
The being on thing, right? So that's really cool that you guys are like giving this opportunity to agents, to and it really does better your career, better your family systems, better your relationships, better your own personal relationship with yourself. It's amazing what all of this does.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's the same concept as when you're on a plane and they always tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on anybody else.
Yeah.
If you don't serve yourself, you are absolutely no good to anyone else. Yeah. Yeah. When you're at your most confident, that's when you're making all your sales, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when I'm able to come up with creative solutions for my clients and situations and problem solve quicker rather than, taking more time to overthink it, all those things.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a friend who's also an agent, but she had gotten herself to the point where she was so stressed out. She went to the store to buy Advil and she stood there. She goes, it was 20 minutes. I stood there looking at Advil. I couldn't make a decision to save my life. Did I want 20 counts of the liquid ones? She's just like, and I'm like, it's because you are in high stress mode. Like you can't, it's hard for us to make decisions when we're there.
Yeah, they call it decision fatigue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But it also doesn't help that we have 559 varieties of Advil out there. But anyway.
Europeans have that right. They don't have very much on the shelves, but you can easily read.
Yeah, it's a 2-second process.
Yeah.
Any other questions or anything else, Faith, you want to?
I just wanted to see if anyone else had anything else they wanted to share. I just keep kind of opening it up to the group. Any questions? Guess not.
All right.
You guys covered it all.
All
Yeah.
right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
I'll be tapping tomorrow morning.
Beautiful.
Do it. If you want, Tracy, I can send you the infographic for all that. I'll send you a video on it, actually. I have a video that is an intro to it that you can do.
And I've heard of it. I've looked it up on YouTube before. I have another friend who swears by it. And so I'm just like, and it keeps circling back around to me. So I think I'll listen this time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Tracy,
I introduced it to a girlfriend of mine. Oh, good.
Oh, I was just going to say, I have a friend who is a Marine that has a lot of PTSD, and that has been a game changer for him. The combination of his faith and the EFT therapy has been fantastic. So, yeah, it's been great. He swears by it, and his wife too. So it's been great.
Very cool.
Well, thank you. Thanks everyone for being open to learning something new, starting off their year with a better mindset and having some tools going into the new year.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate your guys sharing your knowledge.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, you ladies are fabulous. Thanks for sharing your gifts.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for
Bye-bye.
joining us. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.